I've rebuilt engines wrecked by $10 mistakes. Think topping off your oil can't kill your car? I've seen that cost a guy $8,000. These are 17 car mistakes only idiots make. And I've watched every single one destroy good vehicles. Stick around till the end for a mechanic's secret that'll add years to your engine's life. Let's get started. Mistake number 17, ignoring dashboard warning lights. If you're driving around with the check engine light on like it's no big deal, you're asking for trouble. That light is your car waving a red flag saying, "Hey dummy, something's wrong." But too many folks treat it like background noise. A guy rolled into my shop with smoke coming from the hood. Said the light had been on for 2 months. Turns out his catalytic converter was cooked, and so was his wallet. Sometimes it's a loose gas cap. Other times, it's a misfire, low oil pressure, or a failing O2 sensor. You won't know unless you scan it. Ignoring it is like covering your ears when the fire alarm goes off. According to AAA, ignoring warning lights is one of the most common reasons for roadside breakdowns. You wouldn't ignore a flashing oil light, so don't ignore any of them. And just when you think it can't get dumber, people go and do this the second they start their engines. Mistake number 16, revving the engine when cold. This one, I see it every damn winter. Someone hops in their car, starts it cold, and immediately slams the gas like they're in a Fast and Furious movie. Congratulations! You just took years off your engine's life in under 10 seconds. When your engine's cold, the oil is thick. It hasn't had time to circulate and protect the moving parts. Revving it hard means metal-on-metal contact, increased wear, and zero lubrication where it matters most. I had a kid with a Mustang do this every morning. Came in 3 months later with piston slap and lifter noise. Guess what? That cold start flex cost him nearly $5,000. You want your engine to last? Start it. Let it idle 30 to 60 seconds. Drive easy for the first few miles. That's it. But nah, some of y'all treat it like a drag strip straight out of the driveway. And just when the engine finally warms up, some folks go and ruin it by skipping oil changes. Mistake number 15, letting oil changes slide. You wouldn't go a year without brushing your teeth, right? So, why are you going 10,000 miles without an oil change? Oil is your engine's blood. When it breaks down, gets dirty, or runs low, you're basically asking your engine to kill itself from the inside out. I've opened valve covers that looked like someone filled the motor with roofing tar. Sludge everywhere. Cam lobes worn smooth. Engine cooked. All because someone forgot to change the oil. I had a customer swear his car was fine because the engine still ran. Yeah, until it seized up on the highway and left him stranded. The $50 oil change he skipped turned into a $3,800 engine replacement. Most cars need fresh oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Check your manual, not TikTok. And stop thinking synthetic lasts forever. It doesn't. Neglect your oil and you're just slowly murdering your engine. Think neglecting oil is bad? Try overfeeding it. You'll wreck your engine just as fast. Mistake number 14, overfilling oil. Some folks think, hey, more oil must be better, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. Overfilling your engine with oil is just as bad, sometimes worse, than running it low. I had a guy top off his oil because he thought he was being proactive. Ended up blowing out his rear main seal. Oil everywhere. Transmission soaked. $1,200 fix. All because he didn't know when to stop. When you overfill, the crankshaft starts whipping the oil into a frothy mess. That foam doesn't lubricate. It starves the bearings, wrecks oil pressure, and can choke out the whole system. And don't think the dipstick is optional. That's your measuring stick, not your gut. Always check your oil level after an oil change or top off. Hit the line, not above it. Think you're helping your engine by adding more than it needs? You're not. You're drowning it. Overfilling oil? That's one thing. What comes next? It's the slowest way to kill your fuel system, and it's completely avoidable. Mistake number 13. Driving with the fuel light on regularly. I get it. Times are tough. Gas isn't cheap. Not everyone can roll into the station and top off a full tank every week. But if that fuel light's your daily dashboard companion, you're slowly killing your fuel pump. Here's why. When you run low all the time, your pump isn't fully submerged in fuel. That gas keeps it cool and lubricated. Without it, it runs hot, it wears out, and eventually, it fails. I've replaced pumps that burned out simply because folks were always riding the edge of empty. And trust me, replacing one costs way more than just putting $5 in sooner. Plus, you're sucking in junk from the bottom of the tank. Rust, dirt, debris, that clogs filters and injectors. Not pretty, so even if you can't fill up, try not to let it drop below a quarter tank. Your wallet and your pump will thank you. I've seen people wreck engines slowly, but what's coming? Instant regret every single time. Mistake number 12. Shifting to reverse while still moving forward. You ever see someone yank the shifter into reverse while the car's still creeping forward? Makes me wince every time. Let me be real with you. Your transmission is not built for that. You're forcing gears to clash in ways they were never meant to. I don't care if it's an automatic or a manual. If you do this, you're grinding metal, stressing internals, and asking for a blown tranny. I had a kid in a Jeep try to quick park like that. Did it a few times. Came back with a hard clunk every time he shifted. A week later, no reverse. Transmission rebuild, $3,600. All to save 5 seconds. Your transmission needs the car to be at a full stop before changing directions. Period. So, and stop treating your gear selector like a video game joystick. While you're here, hit that like button if any of these mistakes made you flinch, and share this with someone who needs a wake-up call. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Mistake number 11. Topping off coolant without finding the leak. Coolant doesn't just disappear, it's not magic. So if you're topping it off every week and not asking why, it's like mopping up a flood without turning off the tap. This one gets folks all the time. They see the coolant's low, grab a jug, top it off, and move on. Meanwhile, there's a leak under the hood, or worse, a blown head gasket, and they're ignoring the smoke signals. I had a customer who did this for months. Car runs fine, he said. Yeah, until it overheated on the freeway and cracked the damn cylinder head. Cost? $2,200. It could have been a $60 radiator hose if he'd checked early. If your coolant's low, find the cause. Pressure test the system. Check for leaks, white exhaust smoke, or milky oil. Those are red flags. Topping off without solving the problem? That's not maintenance, that's denial. I wish the stupidity stopped there, but no, some folks manage to dig deeper. Mistake number 10. Using water instead of coolant. Unless you're stranded in the middle of nowhere, using plain water in your cooling system is a rookie move, and it'll bite you later. Coolant isn't just about keeping your engine from overheating. It prevents rust, lubricates your water pump, raises the boiling point, and lowers the freezing point. Water? It does none of that. In fact, it causes more harm than good over time. I once opened up a customer's radiator, and it looked like someone poured swamp water in there. Rust, scale, the works. His water pump bearings were shot, and the thermostat housing was corroded to hell. All because he kept topping off with hose water. Unless it's an emergency, never use straight water. Use a proper 50-50 coolant mix, or buy the pre-mixed stuff and skip the guesswork. Think you're saving money now? You're just delaying a way bigger repair bill. If they're cutting corners here, I can only imagine what the rest of the car looks like. Mistake number 9. Ignoring tire pressure. This one's so simple, it pisses me off when people ignore it. Tires are your only contact with the road. 4 patches of rubber, each about the size of your hand, keeping you alive at 70 miles per hour. And yet, half the folks I see roll in with tires either flat as pancakes or pumped up like a damn basketball. It's the same people making all the classic tire mistakes: overinflating, mismatching tread, rotating wrong, or not rotating at all. I actually broke all that down in another video. Car tire mistakes you're making right now. Watch it here if you haven't already. It'll save you a lot of rubber and regret. Driving with low pressure kills your fuel economy, chews up your tread unevenly, and messes with your alignment. Not to mention, it's a blowout waiting to happen. Seen it happen on the highway, ain't pretty. Then there's the overinflators, those people riding on rock-hard tires. Think it's better for gas mileage. Nope. It just means crap traction and a rougher ride. The correct pressure is right there on your driver's door sticker. Check it once a month, takes 2 minutes. Don't wait till your TPMS light screams at you. By then it's already too late. But hey, who needs tire grip when you've got brake pads to burn, right? Mistake number 8, riding the brakes downhill. If you're dragging your foot on the brake pedal all the way down a hill, you're not driving. You're slow cooking your brake system. I've seen rotors glow red from people doing this. Not metaphorically, actually glowing. That constant pressure builds up heat fast. Too much heat and your brake pads glaze over, rotors warp, and your stopping power goes straight to hell. One customer came in after a mountain trip, brakes squealing, pedal soft, rotors warped like potato chips. "I was just being careful," he said. Yeah, careful all the way to a $700 brake job. Here's what you should do. Downshift. Use engine braking. Tap the brakes in short bursts when needed. Let them cool in between. Brakes are a safety system, not a crutch. If you treat them like a pillow, they'll fail when you need them most. If your brake habits didn't set your car on fire, don't worry. Your next move might. Mistake number 7, topping off gas after the pump clicks. When the pump clicks off, stop pumping. I don't care if you're trying to round it off to the next dollar. It's not worth the damage. Topping off after the click floods your evap system. That's the evaporative emissions control system. It's supposed to trap fuel vapors so they don't escape into the air. But when you overfill, raw liquid fuel gets into places it shouldn't. Like the charcoal canister. That canister's full of activated carbon. It's designed to absorb vapors, not liquid gas. So once you soak it, it's toast. You'll get a check engine light, poor fuel economy, maybe even rough idling. And replacing it could run you $300 to $600, depending on the car. I had a guy who topped off every time for years. His evap was so flooded it failed the emissions test, and he couldn't renew his tags. So next time the pump clicks, leave it. Walk away. Ignore the pump, pay the price. But this next one? This one doesn't give warnings, just consequences. Mistake number 6, putting off timing belt replacement. This one, it'll sneak up on you and gut your engine without warning. I've seen it 100 times. And yeah, it even got me once. Timing belts don't give you signs. They don't whine, they don't tick, they just snap. And when they do, game over. Pistons crash into valves, everything bends, and you're left staring at a dead engine. I had a '99 Accord years back. Knew the belt was due, but I kept pushing it off. Too busy fixing everyone else's cars. Then one day, on a cold morning, pop. Engine stalled at a red light. Towed it back, cracked it open, and my heart sank. Bent valves, busted lifters, totaled head, all to avoid a $400 timing belt job. If your car has an interference engine, this is no joke. Check your owner's manual. Most call for a replacement around 60,000 to 100,000 miles. Don't wait, Don't guess, because when that belt snaps, it's already too late. Now, about that oil you're pouring in, it might be the wrong kind altogether. Mistake number 5, using the wrong oil grade. Oil isn't one size fits all. Using the wrong grade is like putting diesel in a lawnmower. It might run, but not for long. Your engine's built to run on a specific viscosity, usually printed right on the oil cap or in your owner's manual. Ignore that, and you're messing with oil pressure, wear protection, and cold start performance. Here's the deal: 5W30, 10W40, 0W20, those numbers actually matter. The first number, like 5W, is how well the oil flows in cold temps. The second number, like 30 or 40, is how it holds up at hot operating temps. Go too thick, and your engine struggles in the cold. Go too thin, and it can't protect under high heat or load. I once had a customer throw 20W50 in a small 4-cylinder. Thing idled like a tractor and starved the top end. So, use the wrong oil, and you grind your engine down from the inside. But what you're doing with your foot? That's destroying something way more expensive. Mistake number 4, riding the clutch. If you're resting your foot on the clutch pedal while driving, stop right now. That's called riding the clutch, and it's one of the fastest ways to burn it out. Even a little pressure keeps the clutch slightly engaged, which causes constant friction. And that means wear, heat, and early failure. Clutches are meant to be engaged or disengaged, nothing in between. You're not supposed to hover, hold, or baby it at every light. Sit in neutral. Keep your foot off the pedal unless you're actively shifting. Riding the clutch wears down the disc, pressure plate, and release bearing. That's a $1,000 to $2,000 repair on most cars, just because you didn't want to change your habit. And no, downshifting to slow down every time doesn't make you a race car driver. It makes you a candidate for early clutch replacement. You want to make your clutch last? Use it like it's got a timer on it. Next up, how stuffing your car like a U-Haul is wrecking more than your suspension. Mistake number 3, overloading the vehicle. Your car is not a damn moving truck. I don't care how big your trunk is. Every vehicle has a weight limit, and going over it wrecks everything. Overloading stresses your suspension, squats your rear end, chews up tires unevenly, and kills your brakes faster than you think. I've seen shocks snap, struts leak, and tires blow out because someone thought it was okay to haul 1,000 pounds of construction gear in a compact sedan. Check your gross vehicle weight rating. It's printed right on the driver's door jamb. That includes passengers, cargo, everything. You go over that, and you're risking more than just repairs. Your handling gets sloppy, braking distance skyrockets, and you're one emergency stop away from disaster. Even towing trailers without the right setup? Same problem. Axles bend, transmissions overheat, and tires explode. Your car has limits. Respect them. Now let's get into a lie the manufacturers love to tell. Lifetime transmission fluid. Yeah, right. Mistake number 2. Skipping transmission fluid change due to lifetime claim. Let me make this crystal clear. Lifetime transmission fluid is a damn marketing gimmick. There is no such thing as lifetime fluid. It breaks down, it gets dirty, it collects metal shavings. And once it degrades, your transmission starts slipping, overheating, and wearing out from the inside. I've cracked open sealed transmissions at 100,000 miles and found sludge thick enough to ruin a shop rag. Why? Because the owner believed the sticker that said no service required. Most transmissions need fresh fluid every 40,000 to 60,000 miles. Check your manual, the real one, not the dealer sales pitch. And yeah, I know some of these new cars don't even have a dipstick. Doesn't matter, a good shop can still service it. Wait too long, and when the tranny fails, you're looking at a $3,000 to $5,000 rebuild, or worse, a new one. So no, it's not lifetime. It's lifetime of the transmission, which you just shortened. And now, for the cherry on top, how flooring it with a cold engine is slow killing your ride every single morning. Mistake number 1, accelerating hard with a cold engine. You just started your car and you're already flooring it? Congratulations, you're slowly killing your engine. When an engine is cold, the oil hasn't fully circulated yet. It's thick, hasn't reached all the moving parts, and can't properly lubricate under high stress. So when you hit the gas hard, right out of the driveway, your pistons, bearings, and valve train are grinding under dry conditions. This is when most engine wear happens during cold starts. Consumer Reports, SAE, they all back this up. You need to let the engine warm up a bit, not idle for 10 minutes. Just drive easy for the first few miles. High revs and hard acceleration before warm-up, that's a one-way ticket to worn rings, knocking rods, and blown seals. So do yourself a favor, start it, let it run for 30 seconds to a minute, and drive gently. Now you know the 17 car mistakes killing your vehicle and draining your wallet, but there's one more crucial piece you're still missing. In my next video, I'll show you 13 secret engine maintenance tips mechanics don't want you to know. Click the video on screen now before your engine pays the price.